Infinite love and blessings to you all. Much love to you. Send you all the love, peace, and joy and energies all the way from soul to you all. That my crystalline family send those to you. Welcome to Evolution from Within. Oh, testing this mic. This is a new mic. I want to see how it works. Okay, I think I got it. All right, put it right here. Okay, if I put it right here, I can hear it. I like holding the mic anyway. I'm used to that. But seeing if I was gonna today. Welcome to Evolution from Within, everyone. I hope you can. I know you can hear me. I think I can hear myself. It's quite loud. Uh, Today, I'm going to read from pages, excerpts of the book called The Power of Dreams, written by some dude called Harris Momodu. It doesn't really matter who wrote the book, but what matters is the information in the book. And I want to read that to those that will listen and those that can actually find those information beneficial, especially in these times where a lot of things are going on and we need balance. And most people need balance in their energies and alignment within their energies, so they could go through all the beautiful things that are happening. What's that now? Co-host. Okay, so thank you, Wajid Ali. Much love to you. But this is about me reading from a book. So I'm not co-hosting today. Maybe another day we're gonna do that. Yeah. But thank you for offering. I love that. It's all about love here, and we're all open. As you can see, I'm relaxing in my meditative mat, like prayer mat and everything. To meet you guys, genuinely from my heart to yours. Testing this new mic as well. Let me see if I leave it there. Okay, I left it there, but I think I gotta raise my voice a little bit and it can catch me. Because I want to be free when I'm talking, and you guys can hear me. Um, Another thing is, like I said, thank you for a lot of people who bought this book and who are actually benefiting from it. People tell me how it helps them because it's about dreams and how you could use your dreamscape when you sleep, learn the lessons there and go through a whole lot of stuffs within the dreamscape, and your subconscious mind takes it as if you've already learned those lessons, because that's how it sees it. It sees the dreamscape when you sleep and this real life as the same. So when you're in this so-called real life, when you meet the same type of challenge, it brings up the solution that you've already gone through, and you kind of ace the challenge. That's the whole idea of this dream book. So you could get conscious, you can get awareness about how your dreams can help you, and find ways to become lucid in the dream, so you could use it to the highest benefits. Um, okay, so everybody knows me as the artist, the actor, and all that woogly woogly stuff, all that playful stuff, which I love. But also, I'm putting my intellectual glasses on that I never really use, except for now. I think I used to use that when I was working in the data center in Vodafone. I was working in the database department because I kind of have a degree in that sort of thing, and I was working there, sorting a lot of data, and my eyes were always really good, but because there was a lot of data, at some point they started getting sleepy, and and I went to the optician. What do they call them? First time ever in my life, and they prescribed this. And this was like 15, 16 years ago, 17 years ago, 18 years ago. Don't start calculating my age. I'm only 18, like 19. Oh, okay, I'll go for 20, 22. 20, I'm 22. Actually, I like 25, 26. A bit matured and getting into that 30s. I like that. So, anyways, I got this, and it helped me out. So when I'm reading that, so I don't really use this to read, but because a little bit tired right now, I want to really see what's going on in the book. So I'm gonna use this as an effect. So you guys know, no, he's not about to speak some lyrics. He's not about to tell you about his verse, his rhyme, what's in it. He's actually reading from a book that could help you, that could benefit you, that could give you self-awareness, self-love, and through your journey of life, your challenges, how you go through it, and tips that could help. And my own story of how I use my dreams to benefit my own self. This is what this book is about. But another thing I want to do is, just before I continue, I want to pay homage to one of my dear friends, one of my dear brother. I call him like my soul brother. I say my soul brother. David Farrell, my soul brother. It was just about 10 days or maybe 2 weeks ago that you commented in one of my videos. I was performing on the street, Grafton Street, and I did this rendition of the song called Tales, and a lot of people liked it. I posted it up in all my socials. And he commented, go brother, this is really great. And we share that together, music. Then we share a lot of things, evolution, how we become awakened in this so-called dream, this one here, and what life is about and things like that. We share that deep connection. We were together in my spiritual trip to Maui, Hawaii. We were all together. So his brother is close to my heart, So after that comment, I'm only hearing this today. He actually moved on to the other side of the veil. So what humans will call pass away. And what I call, he went back home. We go back home all the time when we sleep. The body stays here, we sleep, and then that's why Nas said sleep is the cousin of death. It's kind of like the same thing, we sleep and then the body and everything, the mind regenerates. We are kind of a pure spirit when we're sleeping and dreaming and doing a whole lot of stuff. And so we're with all the ancestors and all those that have actually gone to the other side of the veil, the two sides of the veil. And so for me, he's just gone back home and left the body here, back to our mother Gaia, mother Earth, and is now in higher consciousness, in his God self. He's his spirit self right now, and going through everything he did in this beautiful life of his. He's doing his life review. He did great. He hit every mark that he wanted to hit, and the soul got a lot of the lessons and experiences that the soul wanted to get, and then some and more. So he lived a wonderful and beautiful life, and this is to honor him. I got to honor him for that. Of course, I would feel the pain here on a physical level that I wouldn't see him or talk to him in that way. But that pain for me, it has a balance because I can talk to him in spirit. So I wouldn't miss him for that. But also, I have to know his agenda, and because I love him so much that that could be teary. and his other agenda of sending energies here to his loved ones, his family that are going through the pain because he's left that way, and to let them know he just went back home to the better place where he can create anything, any ways he can do over this experience is in his God self, and it's all like that. It's all joyous. The kingdom of heaven, all the angels and the spirit guys are kind of applauding and celebrating because he's back home. But we on this side of the veil, we're used to, sorrow and mourning, which is just how it is for our sides. And until we upgrade ourselves to a place where we know that we're just spirit, and this here is just the matrix for us to experience as if we're physical beings, and go through all the challenges that comes with, and take all the lessons and learn that and put that back, take that back up to the soul. The religious ones will say everything goes back to God. So the soul, for me, that's the God, that's the doorway to the overall God. So, David Farrow, soul brother, I know you're here. Thank you for blessing humanity. He was such a kind soul, beautiful soul, loving soul. He did great, monumental. I'm celebrating your life. And of course, I'm also mourning you on the other side, from the physical side. I'll get over that, and I have to send the energies to those that are not kind of like us, that are awakened enough to know that it's a celebration when you move on to the other side. But of course, we want to do everything we came here to do. And we want to go in our own time. We don't want to go we want to make sure that everything, that's why we got to take every day as a blessing, and to see every day almost as if it's our last. So if you think about that, you have a perspective where you want to give love, you want to give kindness to people, because you know that, hey, you may not see them like this again. So I'm glad our last conversations was, his brother actually passed a few months, and we were talking about that. He was talking about that. I was, giving him the courage he had. I was telling him, I appreciate the courage he had. I was admiring that and everything. And, we had a good, connected, heartfelt conversation before he now passed on a few days. So, first of all, I got to give that to him. And let me see who's on this. Timmy, are you here? That's my technical guy. He's supposed to see. I can't see with the glasses, but I want to see normally. Geez, now I feel dizzy. I'm not used to it, but it's good for words. If I start using it for this, then it gets bigger. But I don't like to spoil my eyes with it. I like to use my eyes. My dad is almost 100 years old. It's like 97, 98, and still takes out his glasses and tries to use his eyes to kind of read. So I want to kind of be like him. They say I look like him anyway, so enough blessings. To my higher self, to my soul, let's do that. I'm talking to God. All right. Timmy, are you on this? Hello, everyone. Joining in. Leah Doyle. Trying to see if I can see your names. Tracy. All right. I think I can see all your names. Thank you for coming. I love you all. And I hope I have these in the right perspective as well, and everybody can see me properly. Yeah. Like I said, it's a test run. I may cut off at some point after reading some things, and then we go back again. We start it all over again. And just to let you know, Evolution from Within, we're going to be having our first guest ever. Wow. I'm excited. She's a wonderful being. I won't give you everything, but it's probably going to be held on TikTok live. So her fans and all of you can tune in and see all the questions I get to ask her. She's a being that I woke up to this world, and she's sharing that information and that energy, that loving, powerful energy to everyone that she can through our medium. And so we're so excited about that. it's really great to have to interview people like that. I want to interview a whole lot of people like that so they can share their awakening and what they know to all of you. So you could feel the heaven inside of you, you know. The thing that I'm doing is I feel I can connect to my heaven, you know, and I want other people to be able to connect to their heaven. So I want to bring in guests that are like that, that know how to connect to their heaven and can get this happiness and bliss in the midst of many, many things happening. You know, I could feel sad, like I said, my boy passed on. I could feel that because I'm human, but also I could bounce back and get into my happiness because that's home. And I know it now. I can never forget it again. Because when we come here, the game is to forget. It's the forgetfulness game. We come into this world and we forget about that. We are actually, you know, the God is in us, that we are actually spirit. Until we remember again. And when we remember, it's like we remember home. And then we start getting all the energies of home, which is unconditional love, peace, and happiness, please. And everything good. Yeah. So let's start. Let's start with, so this is called The Power of Dreams. Hope you can read it. Nice thing. I think my son drew that right there. That's good. And so I would start with the preface. That's what we're going to read today. Because I talk a lot. I thought I was going to start the book, but I actually didn't start the book. I started talking about many, many things. But I had to pay homage to my boy, you know, to my brother, my soul brother who passed on. And it ain't not easy to live a life where you can be that kind and you can be that loving. There's so many temptations of being otherwise, as you all know. And then to have a significant beauty, blessedness, divineness about your life. It's something commendable, you know, so that has to be celebrated and that has to be supported. That has to be pushed. That's what I support. You know, I love everyone the way they are. I'm not going to judge them, you know, because I've been in many shoes myself. So I kind of understand if you're nasty. I've been nasty before, but I would love not to be nasty. So I try my best not to be nasty. And when I see other people that are not nasty, that are actually nice, and I like to push that. That's just me. I don't know about you, you know. All right. My professor glasses on. The preface. All right. This book is about using the power of your dreams to become more of the individual you prefer to be. It reveals the ways and provides examples of how to usher in self-development and growth through the landscapes and lessons learned and experienced from dream states. Okay, let's get ready. Let's dig in. In The Power of Dreams, I describe stories. Now, this is the author talking. That's just the author talking. Yep. I'm not the author. You guys, just for this sake, like I didn't write this book, somebody else did. I'm just the narrator of the book, and we're just gonna get into their mind and whatever that is. Yeah. Okay. In The Power of Dreams, I describe stories, messages, and lessons learned from my dream states, and how I liaised and incorporated them into my real life experiences and stories. The world is becoming more aware, more interested, Americans say, and is looking towards self-development and improvement more keenly now than ever. Topics like mental health, physical health, and general well-being are being discussed on major mainstream forums around the world. It is indeed a fact that the world needs whatever tools it can get to improve the life of its inhabitants. As I continue to dive deep into the evolutionary changes in my life, using different tools and information to self improve, move towards and into the type of human being I would like to see myself as, I started to realize that in public gatherings, I mostly attracted the people that were mired in a challenging situation, one that was very similar to what I would have gone through, and from which I emerged with a resolution through my dreams. We move to the next page. Hey, hold on, man. Don't start falling asleep. Some people say my voice is kind of like that, a serenade, and then they start. I know when I used to tell my son nighttime stories, and he falls asleep like in 2 seconds. When I start, the story begins. But don't do that. It's a blessed thing. I got a nice voice, right? A healing voice, cool. But I want you to stay with me here. I want you to listen to this. We're not going to do that much. We're just going to get an idea of what the book is and what the author says the book is. And then we'll continue in subsequent chapters after this life. Yeah? All right. Who's with me? Everybody. Ooh, let's do that. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. I noticed their relief after our conversations. It was as if something in them knew I had something of an answer they could relate to, because I had already gone through and experienced whatever they were going through. Some of them would sometimes say, I don't know why I'm even telling you all this. I knew I genuinely had something to offer, with the inspiration of putting this book into action so that more from the public can benefit from it. Ah, nice guy. That sounds so. Sorry, the author is not me. Okay, so jeez, man. You think the song is about you? Okay, from all my research into books written on dreams, I could not find one quite like the one I have written. One that looks specifically at self-development and ways to interpret one's own dream. I believe this is a uniqueness that is beneficial for all, as everybody dreams. Okay, so I'm going to put this down for a second, just to explain that side. Okay, I'm going to act like the author is my very close friend, and I kind of know all his story, right? Let's just pretend that. So the author basically, when the author was writing this book, I can speak for him now because he's actually seen some other books that are saying similar stuffs and they're about dreams. But but they're not quite like this in his own way because he put his own stories into it. But when he was writing that, he had not seen any. And he felt, this has to be out there because there will be some people who relate to this type of stuff in this way, And he's right, because there's been some people who have actually told me or told him that, that book did something. It did A, B, C, D for me. I was able to relate. I got these, and then they showed the chapters that got them. Some of them talk about, especially the one about fear, the one about anger, those type of things made a whole lot of differences for them. So just to put that out there. So when there are books like this out there as well. I'm just saying, but when he wrote that, he didn't, his researches, he didn't find one. And he didn't really do that much of a researches, actually. It was really from his meditation and his life experience and things. And, people tell he learned from everywhere, you would say. Okay, so that's the basis of the book. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm not leaving you here. Take this thing. Okay. That was for reading the book. Jeez. Whew. All right. Yep. I could say I'm testing my microphone checker, microphone testing, ain't no comprehending. I pour like raindrops coming from the sky descending. Oh, my days, Stone, where are you? In the temple of doom, now the Lord is my defender. And if the devil come test me, then I teach him a lesson. Fake niggas want to play. I'm sick of the silly game. I ain't deranged, but if is my middle name. I'm gonna back in the days. I'm actually performing next week, so that's not one of the things I'm performing. So I can't even remember that rhyme, but it actually came to my head. But everybody, we're gonna do this again. Allow me to convey and check what I've just done. If I can save it right, if I saved it right, the technical side of it, if this mic did me justice and the position I have this mic. And then if it's something you guys like, I can post what we just did right now. And also, if you guys want to hear more about that book, just send me in the comments, send me messages, let me know. And then I would do this and I would put chapters of the book here for those that want to hear more. You know, so I'm saying this book, I put it out there. Some people got it. Some people didn't get it. Some people don't know about it. Instead of me living it in that way, my spirit kind of tells me, you know what, go there, narrate stories in the book, because you've seen when people come to you and you help them out. So narrate chapters in the book. I said, I will leave my time, give my time, and then I'll bring the book to you. Meaning you don't even have to buy the book. The information is going to come out to you, you know. But if you want to buy the book, buy the book. Cool. I spent money to make it. Whatever, you know, it's all good. It's all love. I love you all. Stay in peace, love, and kindness, and joy, and remember to be kind to others and reach out to people, because you don't know when they're leaving this realm and going to the next. Because like I said, my brother just left, but I'm so happy that I was in tune with him before. I look for things to be happy with. I don't want to go on the other side. Of course, we have the other side. We can feel the other side. There is mourning. There is that, you know. But I'm not staying there. I'm choosing to stay here, and I can feel him, and he wants me to stay here also, you know, and celebrate his life and remember his life. Remember me. Remember me. You watch that movie? Is it Coco? You know, they always want you to remember them, and that's it. Just pay that homage and respect. You know, appreciate their life and what they came to add for humanity, and say, great soul, thank you for being here, and thank you for being there as an angel now, watching over us, guiding us, directing us, and helping us out. Peace, my people. Yo, Timmy, where you at? Timmy, where you at? I don't even see whatever. What's your name on this thing? I don't even know it. I hope we did well. I hope we got this right. All right, my people. I'm gonna get back here and we'll do another run. All right. Blessings. Bye. Oh, it's saying go live for 15 more minutes and you reach stage 2 in live. What does that mean? I like to play this game. What is this? Is 9 o'clock? Okay, I wanna reach stage 2. Wait. TikTok is talking about some sort of stage 2 type of thing. You know, you guys know about that? You know about that? All right, why don't we do stage 2? Yeah, I like that. You know, I like this. For me, this is like a game. That's why I don't play video games, because real life for me is the game. That's the video game for me. You know, um, I know there are times for us to be serious, but also if we can do our best to take things lightly as much as we can, you know, that will benefit us. Enlightenment just really means lighten up. See, just lighten up. Whichever way that you can, just lighten up. And things will happen and they will be so heavy and we will feel the emotions. But if we find ways to lighten up, then we're good. You know what? I'm not gonna read with the glasses this time. I'm gonna read it raw. I'm gonna read it this way. So let me do another 15 minutes because he told me to. I just want to obey so I could really get the hang of all this. Yeah? Okay. So now we're talking about dreams. Dreams are, this is an introduction. Dreams are created from your subconscious and unconscious or superconscious mind. They are simply other realms and realities for us to express our vibratory thoughts, feelings, and ideas. The primary essence of creation, which is your thoughts, your feelings, and your ideas. Many scientists, including Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla, have run numerous tests and experiments to prove the idea that everything in the universe vibrates and has its own unique frequencies. So everything vibrates. I'm vibrating, you're vibrating. This is becoming common knowledge now, thank God. It's like 10 years, 15 years ago when I was saying it, it was like I felt like I was a witch. Some people were going to burn me on the stake. But anyways, now we're, wellness and everything, it's popping, it's happening, yeah. A lot of us were waiting for this time, but good stuff, I diverge. All right. Oftentimes, lessons can be learned and messages passed on through dreams. As in the idea of having a broader perspective self. A broader perspective self will be your spirit self or the God self, or the God, inner self, higher self, or spirit self. Core consciousness, passing on advice to the lower or heavier dimensional, so to speak, physical portions of ourselves. So we have the lower, heavier dimensional physical portions of ourselves, which is like the avatar, which is like, when you have a game and then you have like the character in there, that's that one, that guy, like this guy here and that. And then I'm talking and then, my spirit self is passing me information and I'm like the vehicle, the conduit, and I'm bringing it out, that type of thing. So we work in tandem. Higher self sees on top of the valley, like that's the one on the mountain, can see everything. And then while you're at the valley, down below right here, so you're working together. And when you come together, I think great in Jesus Christ, when this and this meet, you can move mountains, that type of thing. Passing on advice to the lower or heavier dimensions, so to speak, physical portions of ourselves, or the identities we believe we are. So a lot of us just believe that we are this identity. Hey, I'm Stone, I'm Harris Momodu, I have a name, I'm an artist, I rap a lot, I'm Sa rap a lot, I'm not Sa rap a lot. I rap a lot, I'm an actor, I'm a son, a father, all these identities that we've given ourselves, we really believe we are that. But if you check it, with your friends, you're a different identity. With your parents, you're a different identity. You don't say the same things you say to your friends, to your parent, With your girlfriend, you're different. You're different out there in social where you don't even know the people, you're kind of different. So which one really are you? And if they're so fleeting and temporary, are they really you? So that's why actors have that gig. They know that we're just acting, we're putting on characters and we're doing that, but the real self is within you. All right, so so it's the person himself or the identities we believe we are. All right. So I think there's some things on the down part that is actually explaining what these things are. I think I should read that. What's my time? Only 5 minutes. The superconscious, also superconscious or that's it's spelling itself. This is like those agnode or something. I can't that word that are below the footnotes. They explain what the words are so that you don't have to get to a dictionary to understand what it is. Uh, is a proposed aspect of mind to accompany the conscious. Conscious is the conscious, this one here. Conscious and subconscious or unconscious. It is able to acquire knowledge through non physical of psychic mechanisms and pass that knowledge to the conscious mind. Source Wikipedia. Okay. Anyways, you guys can find your own dictionary or whatever. That's what this guy put there. I don't know. Or his editors put that there. I can't even remember them doing that. Dude, did you remember them putting that? Anyways, you have editors when you write a book, then you have editors, they explain stuff, they kind of put things from left to right or right to left, whatever the case that may be. You know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go. Useful information is transmitted in this way about how to carry on with the day-to-day creations of our moment-to-moment reality as we go through our evolutionary stages. We can also describe dreams as a creative birthplace that can then overflow into the awakened reality. So we can describe dreams as a creative birthplace where ideas are being born. And then that same idea can actually overflow into this awake reality. And some of you have gone through that kind of experiences where you're like, I dreamt about that and I'm actually seeing it now. Yeah, I'm seeing something like that. So that's what he's talking about. This can happen in the creation and expression of a so-called bad dream, which can simply be a concept to identify and shed light on the fear energies you still harbor within your vibrational being of existence. So a bad dream is just letting you know you got fear energy. And fear is just something telling you you're being not your true self, because your true self, which is your spirit, has no fear whatsoever at all. Because it's perfect, it lives forever, it's eternal, and so it has yada, yada, yada. But this one here, that is like the actor, the character, is not perfectly full. That's why they say only God is perfect. So it carries the fear. But fear is kind of like a messenger coming to tell you that, hey, you're not being like your real self. Come on, be like your real self. Be like, don't let me bully you. Don't let me bully you left and right. Come on, you can take it. You created everything. But that's what fear is trying to do. But it doesn't feel like that. So let me continue. Okay, being of existence, your vibrational being of existence, to seek and understand the true nature of these fears so as to deem them irrelevant and no longer serving your true nature, which could be that of pure love and bliss, like I was saying. You can therefore release these fears and allow yourself to transform into higher or lighter states of vibration with peace, love, and joy. In this alignment with a broader perspective, you understand that nothing is really outside of you and no one is really putting this in you or causing this to happen to you. You are not a victim, as it is all within your own creation and doing. And this is a way to empower yourself, because if you don't take responsibility for everything, you don't have any power and you can't do shit. Sorry. You can't move anything. You can't really change it because it's out of your hands. But a way to empower yourself is to find where, not your fault. We don't mean fault. We don't mean negativity. We mean responsibility. And when you carry the responsibility, you're not going to judge yourself or kill yourself about it. You just know, I'm responsible. That's fine. So you have the power to, now I want to change it. Okay, that's fine. I've seen that. Now I want to see the next thing. But if that is not in your hands, it's difficult for you to go and do anything about it if somebody else caused it. So that victim mentality can never empower you. And that's what they say, if you see yourself as not the victim, that's when you start healing. That's when you start changing for the better. That's when you start moving through your evolution to the next stage, the growth. That's when you get the growth. Okay, how many minutes are we at? We got 15. We got 4 more minutes, guys. Into higher or lighter states of vibration with peace, love, and joy. In this alignment with the broader perspective, you understand that nothing is really as okay. You are not a victim, as it is all within your own creation and doing. We are all operating within the one unity consciousness. All that is within and outside us is all that is. So you are everything and responsible for everything that happens to you. I would like to add a saying that everything really only happens through you. Okay. There was a time in my life while I was growing up when I realized my dreams consisted of whatever ideas or situations I had been thinking of feeling or experiencing right before I slept. Or they could even be from days or months before this. And the scenarios then expressed in different creative ways for me to explore in my dream states. This was information that had become lodged or stored within my subconscious mind and began to work and play itself out creatively within my dreams for the purpose of evolutionary growth. The subconscious mind is like a system of databases that stores programs of belief systems, ideas, and random or not information that has already been worked on or assimilated through a conscious state. This process allows the conscious mind to work on other things, and it can then automatically react through the subconscious mind as if playing a program. The subconscious mind can also be a gateway to the unconscious or superconscious mind, spirit mind, the mind of God, where I believe the life stream flows from. We react innately to gravity, for instance, and our organs continue to function through the subconscious or superconscious mind while we are still asleep. So, I hope you all understood that. I think we would end it there. And is that 15 minutes? Come on, TikTok, did I do that thing you tell me to do? I just see people on TikTok and they have a lot of languages, you know. I know I'm not trying to give away my age. It's fun. I see them having fun. But, you know, they demand people to do things. Do that, do this, do this, do this. Everybody swipe. So, you know, it looks fun and stuff. But excuse me, and pardon me that if I'm not really in that culture. So I'm here to learn. Whatever it can benefit everyone, I would try to do it. So when TikTok said, stay another 15 minutes, that benefits you guys listening to me some more. And benefits me doing this test that I'm doing here. And also reading and seeing how it is that I read and seeing how this mic works. So thank you guys once again. I love you all. And we'll do this again sometime. Much love. Bye-bye.